Okay. First frame. Jack Lisowski to break.
I mean, they're all form players. It'd be wrong to say somebody's out of form because he wouldn't have got into this event, which is for the top 16 players on the one-year list, if you were not in form. But clearly, currently, Selby is playing better than Lisowski. Mark Selby, who has picked up 3 titles this season, notably the UK Championship in York back in December. He also won the Championship League earlier this month, just the other day, in fact. And he picked up the Champion of Champions as well. That's for all of the winners over the course of the season. Not ranking, that was in Leicester back in November. That did not count towards this event, but of course the big points for the UK Championship is why he's seeded number 2. I think there's something that's just disturbing the players slightly. Just
down to
out of
5%.
shot.
It's still too bright. Just ask him if it's still too bright.
Maybe a light or something is shining, which is just in the player's eye line a touch. Natalia Gratinari just...
It's 5% lower, the bright. Yeah, is it okay?
Waiting for something to be sorted out.
Yes.
Keep posted on the scores on the other table as and when they happen. That match with Chris Wakelin and Zhao Guidong. Most players in this 16-man event are winners over the season, of course. There are 1 or 2 that have not won, have just been ultra consistent in getting into that 16-man bracket. Earlier today we saw a very easy win for John Higgins. Neil Robertson was way off colour. He was the number 1 seed, of course, or number 1 player for this event, given that he won in Saudi, but he's out today. He was beaten 6-1 by John Higgins, who got in at number 17 with Ronnie O'Sullivan not playing. And we had Mark Allen beating Will Yiza as well. Head-to-head's very interesting, actually, between this pairing. It's 7-all. You'd have thought
6
that Selby might have had the better of almost everybody plays, but it's 7-all in 14 matches between them. And Jack has actually won the last couple of times they've played. Including 3 matches over this format of best of 11 frames. In Shanghai, in the World Grand Prix and in the UK Championship in 2024.
12.
So he was the last man to beat Selby in the UK Champs. They also met in the Scottish Open, which Mark Selby won 9-6 in 2019. I think from that you'll understand that
13.
Here's a player who can beat Selby and has done on numerous occasions.
$18.
I'm not sure if he's landed quite on the red that he hoped to be on. He's on one in the middle of the bunch. But it's hard to keep this break going, I think, where the balls are. It appears that he'll do well to anyway. Beautiful pot, beautifully stroked in.
24. 25.
Well, he won't mind the little nudge he got on the pink there.
Lisowski, 25.
Well, there was an opportunity, but he just forced it into the near jaw, that pink at a fairly acute angle.
One.
Well, it was the only chance for Lisowski, but he felt like he'd done some of the hard work, and then missing the pink seemed less likely than one or two of the other shots that he took on. Well, he played on the black, it seems, but now that he has done it, he doesn't seem to think it goes, interestingly.
Selby, 1.
I think it's a situation where he believes that the black will go from a certain point, which is just there, above being straight on the black. He felt that perhaps it didn't go.
Eight. Nine.
Well, the black is still in the same position as it was. It only just about goes from certain points on that left side.
14. $15. $20.
Still not an easy table with regards to
21.
getting the frame won at this single visit. one thing getting back into the frame, but the red by the black is going to be troublesome unless it gets moved, I think.
$24. $25. $30.
So he couldn't get any closer to the red than this because he was quite straight on the blue. Yeah, not close. He was stretching a little bit, but I didn't suspect that he would get it.
Mark Selby 30.
Well, I guess expect him to have got it. Frame's very much up for grabs. A nervy start, I think, for both players. A little bit of understandable apprehension. 7 all on the head-to-heads, this pair. So they know how to beat each other, so that kind of adds to the uncertainty, perhaps, in a match of this kind. I think Lisowski has a chance against Selby because he knows he has to attack him. There can be no other way if he's going to beat Mark Selby. I think that almost clears his mind to go and do exactly that, or try to anyway.
$7. $8.
Well, let's...
14.
He tried to chip it into play. He hasn't quite achieved it. Now in behind the green is the aim here. It's a good effort. He could have done with a little flick on the green on the way through.
14.
And he hasn't got the snooker, crucially. Yes, he played it in such a way, that shot, Lisowski, where he played to get in behind the green, but he didn't have any other cover. And he left this. Now, this is not an easy long red, but I don't think Lisowski particularly wanted to leave it either. Selby with a real chance here to take this first frame. It's hard to think that he won't from here, quite honestly, although you never can be certain of anything.
Think. 7. $12. 14. $17.
So a frame which Jack Lisowski
21.
got in twice, but didn't make enough, and then left this decisive second opportunity for Mark Selby, which he's going to take. This is frame ball.
$26.
And he won't get a chance to get the one snooker he needs, Lisowski. So a slightly
32.
edgy start, but not so bad. It's just a few shots here or there that both players might have played differently. Bottom line is, the UK champion
39.
is going to get the first frame of the evening won
Selby.
and draw first blood. No major breaks of any description, but Mark Selby leads Jack Lisowski by a frame to nil.
Күткенім сен жалғыз таппасқанда сүйгенім сен бір көріп жаққанда сезім маған келді қайра үміт берді көкөлөйін бақыт аспанында сұранамын келші бақыт берші жүрек есін іздеп тапқанымда нұрларым сен күттірген ақ таңда ойларым сен қиялға батқанда сезім маған келді қайра үміт берді көкөлөйін бақыт аспанында сұранамын келші бақыт берші жүрек есін іздеп тапқанымда сезімдерім қанат қаққанда қиялдарым іздейді аспанда сезім маған келді қайра үміт берді көкөлөйін бақыт аспанында сұранамын келші бақыт берші жүрек есін іздеп тапқанымда
The winner of this match will play Mark Allen. That'll be a real tough encounter. should it be Selby, but of course Lisowski brings a different sort of style of play to the table in that match. There's a little loose there, giving Selby an early in this frame.
One.
Hasn't quite run through as far as he would like. He'd still have to go for the black to cut it in, but it's quite a thin one actually, queuing a little awkwardly and across the table. So while I think he's compelled to take it on, he's not an easy shot, this black. Very nicely potted. You felt that he would get position with all those reds spread around.
8.
And he has.
Nine.
Well, it's a big chance, let's be honest. It really is early in the frame. The reds could hardly be better
16.
placed for something of a sizable break here.
17. $24.
Yeah, immediately you think, can he stay on reds and blacks? But I don't know if he can here very easily. Might have to... Well, if he's playing this red, he might be playing back on the black. The other red would have taken him up for the blue.
25. $32. $33. Mark Selby, 33.
Well, that's a big surprise that he missed that. Very big surprise. Here it is again.
One.
Well, Mark Selby missed a black off the spot in his defeat into that same pocket against Xiao Jintong in the World Grand Prix last week. It was actually arguably easier than that one he missed. He doesn't miss many, but come out of nowhere because you were looking at reds and blacks there and seeing how far he could take that. This is a tough shot, though. He shouldn't really have been here. No, it was a difficult shot, and given the chance, with that surprising miss from Selby. Lisowski should have done better. Well, no possible pop there. A bit like the first frame, both players have kind of got in without ever looking like winning the frame in a single visit, although the Selby miss on the black early in this frame was very surprising. Well, that's certainly opened things up, but has he left something on? He's sort of trying to almost take the game to Selby, but he's going to have to back it up for when chances do come his way. Well, now, maybe that little ploy of Lisowski's worked, because he's kind of opened things up, and all of a sudden Selby has missed straight away. Oh, goodness me. That was an easy one. He's usually a pretty solid rest player, Jack Lisowski, but that was a bad miss.
One.
So Selby with the second bite of the cherry, because he had already been in earlier in the frame, and then, of course, missing immediately at that last visit. But now a chance once again.
Eight.
That's a really poor shot.
9.
Very poor shot to hit that red on the way back up the table.
Mark Selby 9.
Well, at the moment, there's a lot of mistakes being made here. It's not only Lisowski that's making them either.
One.
He got down and took that on very quickly. No, he's not finished perfectly, but he'll play this right-handed knowing... Well, no, he can reach it, actually. Thought he was getting down to play it with his right hand. He's stretching, though. So he's got to go in. Oh, well done. That's a nice pot.
8.
Well, just feel that even though this is a long match, he could really do with getting an early frame on the board, I think, the way things have gone in the last frame and a half. It's been a little bit loose. He'll settle into the match if he can get
12.
the score to 1-1, and this is his chance to make that happen.
13.
Potted that a little thick to the top side of the pocket, so the cue ball didn't quite run for the brown as far as it should have. Now when the brown respots, does the red go into the top
17.
left? I don't know that it will somehow. No, I think you can see part of the red, but maybe not enough to play the pot.
Jack Lisowski, 17.
Looked like it was going to be a big fluke there, but I think he has left the red potable. So Jack Lisowski kind of doing what he does at the moment, playing with a very loose arm. It's not that easy. You can see from that, though, from where he is with the cue ball. It's over close to the pocket, but it's a fairly acute angle, this. Well played. Although the cue ball goes smack in the middle of the table, so not nice for any colour. It's going to be black, though. We'll say that he's not going to go for it even.
Mark Selby, 1.
Yeah, I mean, against the nap of the cloth, sometimes it's hard to hit the thin safety shot in the same way you would do at the other end. But for now, Lisowski, if he loses his frame, I'll be slightly worried about him for this match because he's not played well. He's had chances too. And he's not really done very much with those chances.
1.
And you'll know that, although it's a long match, as I say, you go 2-0 down and you've had opportunities. All it does is give your opponent the boost he needs. He'll need both
8.
reds, whichever colour he takes with this one.
Nine. Fifteen.
So a couple of
16.
not overly impressive frames, quite honestly, but Mark Selby's going to win them both.
Twenty. Twenty-two. 25.
He's been in very good form. Played well in the Championship League recently, although that's basically glorified practice compared to what we're playing in tonight.
29. 34.
But it's not been absolutely
40.
top-class Selby, although it hasn't really needed to be. He had a chance for reds and blacks early in the frame and missed a simple black. But chances have come his way.
Mark Selby, 47.
And it's Mark Selby
On the frame.
who
Mark Selby.
had 3 reds and colours and clears. And now the lead was 1-0. It's now... Lisowski breaking off in frame 3. The first 2 frames, well, he should have perhaps won one of them, maybe even both. Ultimately, though, he lost them. And he'll need to improve, I think, on what we're seeing. Because Selby has not played as well in the 2 frames so far as he has been this season. But ultimately, he comes here with a lot of confidence. This one just finding its way in. It was touch and go.
Mark Selby, 1. Found the miss. Mark Selby, 4.
Well, he got fairly close, didn't he, without hitting one. There's quite a big target, but of course he's playing it in a specific way, just to lay up to something.
Mark.
Played it with more pace. It looks better. It looks a good escape. I don't know, he might have left a red on, albeit with no obvious colour there for him. Yes, he decided not to play the red that he might have been able to pot because he couldn't really get onto anything beyond it. It's always the chance you're going to hit that red. He's kind of in the direct line of the obvious or natural way back to bulk. Well, I think there's a route through to the red close to the pocket, but I mean, it's not simple. And I mean, he's got no real idea of where the cue ball's going to finish here. He's just got to hope. And that's the problem, you see. You can miss the pot as well. And it's almost on that shot, you've always got to make sure you don't miss the pot and not worry about the cue ball because you can't really do much about it. But if the pot doesn't go in, then you're in trouble. Well, one of these safety exchanges against this man, it's quite difficult to win. Selby invariably comes out on top of a tactical battle. And the Reds spreading the way they are, I think that it's going to be Lisowski having to pot his way out of it here. If he's going to get in, it's going to be by virtue of a pot at long range. Although I have to say that that's not one of Selby's best ever safeties. The cue ball didn't make it back to its intended destination of the bulk cushion. Oh dear. Oh dear. That is a worry because, you know, basically what happens is you end up losing control of the table when you miss the pot.
One.
Yeah, Selby there looking to just free up the pink spot, which he has
7.
done, although the pink, because of the cue ball, goes on to the black spot. He won't mind that, although we'll have to go back there when potted the next time. I think the cue ball is the ball that's stopping the pink from going on, although the red is
8.
quite close as well. He's just double checking that. So I'll screw this around 2 cushions here. Be interested to see if the pink will go on there. It will help him if it stays on the black spot for now. Natalia Gradinari, the referee, saying it does spot, so that's not in Selby's interests.
14. $15. $17. $18. $25. $26.
Well, any of the 3 reds, I believe, go to the right middle.
33. $34.
Yeah, and once again playing into an area where he has more than 1 red that he could have played on.
41. Yes. $42. 49. $50.
Nicely swung round off two cushions.
$57. 58. $65.
So already too many ahead in this frame. It's more like the Selby we've seen in recent weeks. This. It was a good chance that Lisowski left him.
66. $69. 70. $76.
Good chance of a century break. Of course, he's already made 59 this season.
$77.
So it's all one-way traffic, this match so far. I can tell you on the other table, it's a frame each. A black ball frame victory for Chris Wakelin over there to level up.
84.
But this is 3-0, and that is a question of how many. And no continuation. Pity that he didn't make a century, but a break of 84 was more than enough. So Mark Selby, with a break of 84, is highest of the match, has extended his lead. Jack Lisowski goes out with a lot to do. It's Mark Selby who leads by 3 frames to 0. 6 is the target for a place here in Telford. So, Mark Selby has dominated these first 3 frames, albeit the first 2 maybe could have gone different ways, but the third frame with a break of 84 was his, and Jack Lisowski desperately needs the frame which we've got to come here before the mid-session interval comes in. But at the moment, you don't get a very confident feel from watching Jack Lisowski. He's not looking as comfortable as he might be out there.
Eight.
wonder if Jack can play the red, which is
9.
just below the black here.
Eight.
16. 17.
16.
'They managed to send the cue ball through the reds there. So the next shot on his colour is a big one.
24.
Nicely done. Important shot that.
Sakuradong, 24.
24.
Well, handy that he's got the two reds up the table. Because he got the wrong angle here on the blue. A quick kill would be very handy for Lisowski here. Although that's not perfectly played either. He's playing the red to middle.
One.
49.
Well recovered.
$54.
This is what he's like when he's
55.
at his fluent best. He wins frames very quickly. He might be in a position to do exactly that here. Hey, by goodness, he needed a frame. Not won it yet. I mean, there is still
62.
enough on. He'll need another, well, probably another red to make it safe.
63.
Technically, this colour going in is frame ball, although he's not on it perfectly. But the red to follow that should stop Selby getting the snookers or trying to get them. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Jack Lisowski, 63.
Not a great time to miss with the frame still live. Well, that, I suppose, is equally as bad a miss as the one from Jack Lisowski. It tends to be that Mark Selby does not get the same ear bashing when he does miss one. Anyway, Lisowski with a second chance, playing this right-handed. Yeah, it'd be pleased to see that go in. And again, a couple more pots will do the trick. But he needed this frame really badly. And he's going to win it, I suspect, to nil. So all of these things count for something. In the best of 11, 3-1 down, you're certainly in the match. Although I have to say, he hasn't seemed like he is in the match yet. Until this frame. Not mentally.
Thank you. 9. Eleven.
So a comfortable frame win. Playing a few shots here, letting his arm just go a little.
17.
Just while the doctor ordered this, I think the cue ball probably still spinning.
$18. $25.
A few thrashes towards the end of that frame from Jack Lisowski, but ultimately he has got a frame on the board. Mark Selby won the first 3 frames with a high break of 85 partway through. But Jack Lisowski takes that. He's 3-1. Frame 4 underway. Jack Lisowski taking the 4th frame nicely, in fact, when he really needed to. An 84 break was the highlight of the earlier frames in frame 3 from Mark Selby. And the 63 break in that frame we've just seen from Jack Lisowski.
Foul on the miss. Mark Selby. 4.
Looking for the thinnest of edges here.
Marcel?
I'm sure he tried the same shot a second time. Usually players do approach the shot a lot better the second time and hit it, as you saw there. And I don't know why, you just get a better line into the shot on attempt number 2 on those.
1.
Unfortunately, it's one of those shots where you, well, you have to chance your arm and hope to be on a colour. Well, he's got a horrible shot, actually. Here's a replay. But, I mean, I don't know what you do with this, really. I mean, you can't get across to play it. Whichever way you look at this, it's not a very pleasant shot to be left with. And how do you keep the ball safe? He's got to reach across and do the best he can. Oh, has he done it? Has he kept it
Jack
safe?
Lisowski 1.
Oh dear, I'm not sure that's a good shot, but he was in trouble, I have to say.
One.
Yes, I mean, obviously, Jack shouldn't have left that red on, but as I say, he was in a pretty wretched position, actually, in the middle of the table. However, I don't know whether Mark Selby has taken advantage of it, because it looks like he's considering already a safety shot, or maybe a shot certainly involving going up into that top right-hand corner of the table. I think with Mark Selby, he feels that he hasn't got to take any undue risks against Jack Lisowski, because he's probably going to get another chance quite soon.
Mark Selby 1.
And once again, concentrating on getting the cue ball there back down the table. I think, to be honest, Jack Lisowski might be a little frustrated, because really he's had his opportunities in this match. Selby has not been flawless by any means. Quite a long way from it, in fact. Although what he has done there is left awkward queuing over the yellow for Jack.
Foul.
Well, he was desperate to get the cue ball down the table, but it's ended up in the right
Mark
middle.
Selby 4.
Well, the red going up the table was not part of the plan. The cue ball was pretty well played, though. It's a must-win frame, you feel, again, for Lisowski. I know he said that about the last, but, you know, if he can really get back to 3-2, he's banging the match. So, I know they're all frames in the sort of quest to get to 6. They're all the same in a way, but in other ways, they're all psychologically relevant when you close up on an opponent or pull away from them.
One.
He's on the pink to middle. The question was clean pot. I think sometimes when you're that close to the ball, you're trying to screw back off. You don't get the power on the ball because it sort of slid across the table, I think. And as a consequence, he's not on a ball. There's a bit of a scrappy old beginning to the fifth frame, this.
Mark Selby, free. One. Six. Seven.
Just crept in. Just made it. He gave it every chance. He had to play it gently anyway because he had to hold for the black with a low angle. But now that he has that angle, how can he get from black to red? Oh dear, dearie me. That's a bad one to miss.
Seven.
I think he was so interested in the cannon he forgot to pot the ball. It's a bad mistake. Well, gradually you feel that Jack Lisowski is inching his way into this match, but a lot might depend on what happens in the next few minutes over the course of this break that he's on. Because while the balls are not great, they're not terribly placed either. Screwing it back towards the middle pocket here. He's played that nicely.
3. Four. Ten. Eleven.
Oh dear. Well, it didn't look great, that shot, did it, the way he hit it, quite honestly.
Lisowski. 11.
It wasn't easy, but he got nowhere near the pot and he overhit it as well. So, yeah, that was a chance. And at the moment, he's not putting any pressure on Mark Selby, or certainly not enough pressure.
1. Six. Seven. Twelve. Thirteen.
Well, he didn't really want to go into the two reds, but I don't think he felt he could avoid it.
18.
So he's pushed the red into a fairly reasonable position. It's only 11 in front. There's a lot more to do here. He's probably going to need all four reds. Well, one of them's gone
19.
now anyway.
$24. $25.
Still thinking about that pink, I believe, that he missed. He got nowhere near, quite honestly. He wasn't behind it perfectly by any stretch, but you would say a Jack Lisowski on form would have knocked that in. But it missed by a mile and disturbed other balls, and he sat there and watched ever since. The only thing that might give him a bit of belief is that left-hand red.
31.
Because Selby, as you can see, is going to need it. Now, what is he going to do here? I don't know that he can get on it into without playing a double, or I don't think he can land behind the red down the cushion. There's no shot for me that makes that a possibility.
$36.
Well, he's played a 2-in-1 shot there. I would have thought he went for the double with a view to playing the snooker behind the pink if the double never went in. I don't think he's got either part of it, though. Certainly not left the red easily. So there's still a glimmer of hope in this frame for Lisowski. It's a sort of table where a clearance is on. Oh, the black's awkward. So is the brown, but while there's enough points on the table, there's hope. That's a pretty good shot, I think. Yes, he's not really threatened Selby, but he has at least attempted to get the object ball close to a cushion. Well, this time there's no saviour. There's a huge gap and he wants the red to take the frame. Well, a little fortunate not to knock in the pink there, which would have changed everything. But now that he hasn't, it looks as if 4-1 is guaranteed. And it's another frame that Jack Lisowski has had chances in. It's not as if, you know, sometimes you play someone like Mark Selby, you think, well, I'm not going to get a chance. He's going to tie me up in knots and score. But actually, it's not been like that at all. He has had chances in every frame. More than one in some of them.
7.
But the bottom line is, out of the 5 frames to have been played, he's only picked up 1.
Nine. Mark
So yeah,
Selby,
the difference,
9.
I think the concession
And
is
the frame.
imminent indeed.
Mark Selby.
Jack Lisowski concedes frame 5. Mark Selby led 3-0. And now he's got his 3-frame lead back because he leads Jack Lisowski 4 frames to 1.
Break.
2 frames for Selby to place himself into the last 8. And the winner of this match will play Mark Allen, which will be a tough match if it happens. And of course, Lisowski can stop that, or maybe can still play a part in this match to stop that happening. But he's got to get shots like this, the long pots. I have to say, when he's playing well, his long game is incredible, but they're not going in today.
One.
That's kind of an example of what I'm saying. You know, he's 4-1 up, and you think, well, he must have played well. He hasn't actually played that well, Selby. Not today. It's been a match full of mistakes.
One. Eight.
I mean, he's really gone into them there, hasn't he? That cue ball's done pretty good things. It's a terrific shot, in fact. And there you are, split success, which I guess means 3 times you've got on one.
Nine.
Well, what an opportunity this is. Oh no. Oh my goodness me. What has he done?
Jack Lisowski.
Oh my word. Well, he was stretching over, yes, but I mean, he can't miss these, and he didn't get anywhere near it. I think it was one of those, the red was not really in the way, but you can't help but think it might be slightly in the way.
One.
I mean, I don't know whether he got a bad contact, but there's no real suggestion that he has. It's kind of how an old kick would have reacted, like hitting the ball thick, but I think he just missed it, overstretching and slightly distracted by the red in the line of the pocket.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. Mark Selby, 16.
Yeah, I mean, it's another one that got away, isn't it? Not a difficult rest shot at all.
1. Eight. Nine.
So, what a chance. What an opportunity this is. What's unclear is the kind of form that Lisowski is in, because we haven't really been able to judge. He's played poorly, but you know,
16.
this is the kind of chance really that he cannot afford to miss out on. The balls are very nicely placed
17.
this time. There should be no obvious excuse. Obviously, we know the game is difficult. No one's saying otherwise. But you'll never see a chance more gettable than this one, I
24.
don't think. Well, not many, anyhow. Don't think it's too bad a shot.
25.
Playing up onto the green.
$28. $29. $36. 37. $44. 45. $52. 53.
Yes, he's almost there now. The lead is 45 points, 47 with the yellow, but another red, of course, will, you know, with Mark Selby, he can never be sure. I mean, he had that match with Jester where he needed 4 snookers to tie in the last frame in Germany, and he got
55.
the snookers. He could tie at one point. He didn't win the match, but he got very close to doing so. So you don't give him that option, really. I don't think he'll be looking to continue in this frame. You know, probably, unless this goes in. Well, if this is going in, well, that might bring him back to the table.
Lisowski 56, Mark Selby 5.
Knowing Mark, he'll carry on. It's kind of you have to say that was avoidable. That last shot, that was a slack one. Can tell you they've gone to the mid-session interval finally. It's been a bit of a marathon session over there. They've been playing over 2 hours, and it's 3-1 to Chris Wakelin, but you feel there could be an awful lot more snooker to be played in that match. Could be a very late night if that goes all the way, because it's been a fiendishly long match.
Oh.
There's one of the snookers. I tell you, this
Mark
would be a
Selby
horror
4.
frame to lose. And now it's one snooker to tie. So what is going on here? Jack Lisowski has won the frame already once. He's got to win it again. So I think he has won the frame again there with that shot.
Jack Lisowski won. Frame conceded, frame Jack Lisowski.
So eventually Jack Lisowski does win his second frame of the evening, but it's that man Mark Selby who's picked up 4 of the 6 frames. It's a race night.
Jack Lisowski to break.
Well, he's very close to this. It's not a nice shot when you're that near the ball you're trying to pot, and as a consequence, he's missed it. It's been the story of the match, really. He's wondering whether he played a foul. Didn't sound right, did it?
Mark Selby 4.
He's called a foul on himself. It didn't sound quite right, so it's just a question of the 4 points. The balls have landed where they have. It's not as if he potted the red. Well, after the Selby miss, it's given Jack Lisowski this shot. He's very awkwardly leaning across the table.
What?
Those 4 points should not matter that he conceded with that possible push shot. So, he's in first. His form is a bit in and out, more out
8.
than in, but, you know, ultimately he's still in this match with a chance.
9. $14. 15.
Yes, it was a bit wayward, wasn't it, that red? It's not the kind of shot you enjoy missing because, not that any you particularly enjoy, but, you know, it's a cueing shot and he didn't cue it well.
22. $23.
Cue was a little close to the side cushion. Cued it nicely. That's a nice shot.
30. $31. $33.
He's got
34.
himself nicely in behind the black here to disturb reds. I'm not sure going to them that firmly because they're quite well scattered. Well, he actually did go into them at pace, and that's okay. He's fine. It was a risky way of
41.
playing it. I felt you could lose a cue ball down the table, but it didn't happen.
42.
The match is closing in a bit now, isn't it? All of a sudden, if this frame goes to 4-3, this visit, and really you feel that he should win it, and Selby looks a little concerned.
46. 47. $54. 55.
Because the other thing about Lisowski is when he's playing well, which he hasn't been tonight, but when he gets going, he can win frames very quickly. And then
62.
you know, another half an hour of good Lisowski can put him close to winning the match. I know that he's about to
63.
seemingly go 4-3. But like I say, another half an hour of this and he's all of a sudden in a very different position. Because he can overwhelm you when he's playing well. Although too many shots have gone bad. That's another one.
70.
Do you know, I don't think he's on a red. Is he on the red to middle? He looks unsure. Oh dear, well, that's not good.
Jack Lisowski.
The frame's not won again. It's the
70.
same story. Has he left a plant? Oh my word, well that plant going in, that's kind of changed everything.
1. $8.
Well, he's actually played a good shot there. He just freed the red away from the pink, which I reckon he played. Because that red is on now.
9.
All of a sudden, a lot depends on if he can get back to the
16.
table at all. Now, he's got a red on the cushion, but how on earth has he found himself in this position? Because absolutely, the match was looking like it was going to go 4-3, but he's not so sure now by any
17.
means. He needs to take blacks with both of the two remaining reds, and that's not easy. He needs to get an angle. I think he's got it. I
24.
think he's just high enough so that he can pop this red and run through directly onto the black.
$25.
So, it's one thing
32.
getting on the black here. The cue ball was not going to be far away from that left cushion, but I think he'd like to finish with a fairly low angle. Cue ball quite close to the left corner, somewhere where he's pointing. That takes him from black to yellow. Just rolling this in means if he's straight on the black, it's virtually impossible to get close to the yellow otherwise.
Mark Selby, 32.
Well, it was a chance, but he had to play it with that extra degree of pace, I feel. Could be the reason why it's gone wrong, the shot. No, he could really do with this being a snooker. It's not one. It isn't a snooker. That would have put Selby on the back foot, but now, with his tactical skill, if he plays a good shot here, he could almost be favourite for the frame. I think he needs a red and a black. Well, he's not played the snooker. He's not got the snooker anyway. They've played it well enough, but once again, he seems to be finding the gaps between the bolt colours and the other balls in the way of, or what could have been in the way of the red. So, a chance for Jack Lisowski. The kind of shot he knocks in, but the fact that he hasn't won the frame as of yet, and that black is slightly hampering his cueing, means it's missable. Do you feel anything is missable at the moment, somehow? Again, not getting the snooker. It would have been a fluke anyway. He's played a good shot there. That was a good shot from Selby, getting the red save and the snooker.
Foul.
Well, it'll
Let me
go
s-
back for sure, because
Mark
one thing
Selby,
that
four.
Selby does not want is the green save, so it'll go back. It won't be the easiest of replacements, though. He just got the swerve on too soon. It's not an easy one for Natalia Gradinari to replace this. It's always difficult when you hit a ball on the way through.
Could we check this?
I know that the green was on its spot, but getting the cue ball right.
Half a ball towards me. Half a ball this way. Keep going. Quarter ball this way. Quarter ball this way. Another fraction, please. That looks really good on the screen.
Check. Mark? Foul on the miss. Mark Selby, 4.
It's a worry, isn't it? This, how on earth has he got himself into this predicament? Does not want that one back. Be more than happy to have finished there. Good contact in the end. Now, another chance is coming the way of Jack Lisowski. Again, these are the sort of shots he knocks in. There's no obstructing ball. What there is the pressure of a frame that he should have already won. Oh, that's more like it. That's how he knocks them in. Beautifully struck. Now the black. Still one more piece of the jigsaw.
Eight.
So he does get the score back to within a frame, although it
10.
looked very much in doubt at one point.
Thirteen.
Well, he's made a big effort there. He might have just potted it and gotten
17.
the blue normally, but it's something odd about the way he's playing these big shots like this. I don't know why he's doing it, quite honestly. Because he can pot like that anyway. The
22.
expansive screw shots don't really need to happen. But he's in the
28.
match. You can say that for sure.
And the frame.
It was a dramatic frame which he could have lost, but he didn't lose it. So Jack Lisowski was 4-1 down. He's pulled 2 frames back. It's Mark Selby 4, Jack Lisowski 3. In 2 frames to make it through the quarterfinals, where it would be Mark Allen waiting.
One.
So, can he come back stronger? He's
8.
been in such good form. He played beautifully in the Championship League recently. He played a blinder to win the UK Championship.
Nine.
And of course, prior to that, the Champion of Champions. Back-to-back wins, Champion of Champions in UK.
Sixteen. Seventeen. $24. Yes.
Yes, forced to go up for a lower value colour there.
25. 27.
Well, he didn't really want to be quite this close to the right-hand cushion. He's got to dig down on the ball. Played it
28.
pretty well.
$35. $36. $43. $44. $46.
Yeah, just off straight here. He'll be able to just drop it through.
$47.
Yeah, nicely played.
$54. $55.
It's almost as if Mark Selby has been pushed to play better because he felt like 4-1 he was
62.
coasting. Then he had Lisowski fight back, and he got a little bit anxious, I think. But now at 4-3, he's had to find something a little more, and he's seemingly doing so. Again, just a bit of a stretch on this one. He
63.
will need the black. The kind of thing that Jack Lisowski's been in that position a couple of times without being able to get the frame one. And misframed ball a couple of times and sort of fell over the line in those same frames.
$70.
Now it seems to be a question of how many he can make.
71.
Didn't make a break of 84 in the third frame. That's his highest of the evening. He could be in line for his 60th of the season if he can get to three figures here.
78. $79.
Well, he tried almost to banana it off two cushions into him there. Even that was beyond him. Great effort.
86.
Now, looking at something here, almost like a trick shot. I think he's looking at a plant double. Close. He's got it. What a shot.
$87.
Exactly as played. Wow. What a break this has turned into. And this is a real confidence booster, I think, even though he was in front still. Something like this, probably what he needed.
$93. $94.
So the century with this black will be his 60th of the season, and his career century 954. Now, if the red goes, he'll play on it. If not, he'll have to just clip the pink away. He's played on it to middle.
101. $102. $109. $111.
136 would be the break he can make here.
$114. $118. $123.
It's been a super break. It's what he needed, right what he needed at the perfect time.
$129. Selby.
Magnificent, 136, involving a tremendous plant double halfway through. And all of a sudden, Mark Selby, the UK champion, has sprung into life. And he leads 5-3. He needs one more frame, and he'll then be in the quarterfinal of the Players' Championship. And that was the best of Mark Selby. Lisowski with it all to do from here.
Break.
Jack Lisowski to break. He's a master, isn't he, at that sort of shot? I mean, he could have easily left a red on it. In fact, there may be a red that goes to left middle, although it'll be at very close quarters. This could end up a re-rack, I think. It's early to say that, but if there's any sort of meeting of the two players' eyes, all of a sudden they might think, why don't we just set these up again? Because I don't think there's a very easy escape route from here. Selby might just clip out of the sort of main bunch and just get the frame back up and running. But yeah, so probably no re-rack now. He's played that shot, but not a very ambitious shot all the same. It's a pretty good safety shot. The left side of the table a little bit more chaotic than the right for getting the cue ball back down. Plenty of reds could conceivably be in the way. That left-hand red's in play here. And he's hit it. Seems to make a habit of doing that. He did it earlier on from the other side. That's a nice shot. That is a nice shot. He's just allowed himself to get onto the pink to the right middle and set up an early chance and a good one.
Seven. Eight. 8.
Well, that's not position A. He's finished in the one spot
15.
where he's not on a ball. I don't think he can get to the red to left middle. I'm sure that he's too hard up against the red he's closest to. So that's the end of that. And it looked a very encouraging chance after the 1-3-6 in the previous frame that he might go on and make a few there, but not to be. So just thin off the red he's close to, up in behind yellow. He'd be annoyed though. I mean, he's obviously left the ball safe, but he didn't
Mark
want
Selby,
Lisowski coming back to
15.
the table at all. And this red just straying a little close to the left corner, and out of nowhere, he's left a chance.
One. Yes. Free.
Well, he's not exactly landed in a great spot, has he? Right in the centre of the table with the cue ball.
Mark Selby, 3. Foul on the miss.
Strange, I thought he might have
Mark
hit that,
Selby,
but
4.
clearly not. He's had to go back. No contact was made.
Do you want to check? Marcel, can you check this?
Natalia Granari, whose
Quarter of a ball towards you.
son, Vladislav Gradinari, also plays, Moldovan player.
Eighth of a ball, please.
Very talented youngster, actually.
Okay.
Mark?
Trying to get a very thin edge here. He's done it again, and it will get a warning on the second attempt
Foul
now.
on the miss.
Unless there's a
Mark
free
Selby,
ball
4.
here, which there isn't. So the warning will happen. He's got to hit one on the third go. So I don't think he'll be playing the same shot, because if he misses the third time, it's end of match. He could try and hit the red above it. Warning will happen. He's got to hit one on the third go. So I don't think he'll be playing the same shot, because if he misses the third time, it's end of match. He could try and hit the red above it.
So another eighth of a ball.
You okay? If I have to call fall and miss again, I award the frame to your opponent.
So he did play that red there, and it was the right way to go about it, I think. Because if he missed that red, of course, which he probably was never going to do, he'd always hit the bottom one, coming in that different angle. It may have arguably been the best red to play in the first place. Well, it threw a bit wide round those angles. He's got the keyboard back, but he has left a tempting red to right corner here. But that was the problem, though, in playing the red. You knew that you were doing damage if you miss, if the keyboard was veering across into other reds uncontrollably.
One. 4. Nine. Jack Lisowski.
Well,
Nine.
he was a bit slack on that one, wasn't he? He didn't. He felt he didn't really put everything into it. I don't know if that was a shot of a beaten man.
Two.
So both Reds went in. I don't suppose he would mind because there's a few in front. He might have preferred one of the Reds to be over the pocket, but he couldn't have played the pink had that been the case. So is he going to get the match one here? And you think if you had to side either way, you'd say yes, he would get the match one.
8. Nine. Fifteen.
You know, it's gone to 4-2 next door with Xiao Guidong coming from a long way behind to win a frame.
16.
He's just working out what he's going to need
22.
in relation to those awkward Reds, because clearly there are enough Reds on the cushion that he'll need something tricky, but of course, really, the other side of it is that Lisowski will need an awful lot of
23.
difficult Reds to win this match from here, or win this frame from here, rather. If the chance ever comes his way, it could be that Selby runs out the entire match from this visit. Now, when the pink respots, it's just a question of whether it can get through to the red.
29.
He's not sure. Well, I don't know if he can. He was a little straight on the pink. I suppose if he could have screwed it back, he could have been on it thin, but he's got a very healthy lead. He's in a strong position. The question is he on the red? Maybe a trace of side on it, perhaps. Well done.
30.
Just clipping into the two Reds. Beautifully done. Beautifully played that. Controlled. And here's match ball.
35.
And I think you probably give him about a 7 out of 10, Selby. Not a lot more, but, you know, he ultimately has made the highest break so far, 136. He made a break of
36.
84 as well. In between that, he's missed a few. but not as many as the man he's playing. It's basically as simple as that, really.
$42. $43. $46.
Very good.
$47.
But I think, you know, he'll be pleased enough, Mark Selby. These first round matches in this sort of event are quite difficult to win. But the handshake will take place. And Mark Selby, he made a 1-3-6. He missed a few, but he was too strong in the end for Jack Lisowski, and he is the form player of the season. And it's hard to